Leanne Hester comes from an extraordinary tradition of millions of military women who, with perseverance and patriotism, have not hesitated to defend our country. This year marks the 70th anniversary of the Women's Armed Services Integration Act, which recognized women as permanent and official members of our armed forces. But ever since the founding of our nation, women have wanted to serve. In the Revolutionary War, Deborah Sampson disguised herself as a man in order to join the Patriot forces. In the infantry, she led raids on the enemy, and when shot in the leg, extracted the musket ball herself. During the Civil War, Surgeon Mary Walker was denied a medical officer commission in the Union Army, told it was a man's job. So she worked as an unpaid volunteer until her skills were recognized. As a field surgeon near the front lines, she was captured and held as a POW for months. Dr. Walker became the only woman ever to be awarded a Medal of Honor. In World War I, Mary Dexter left Boston for London, where she nursed wounded soldiers and studied pioneering treatments for shell shock known as post-traumatic stress. And if that weren't enough, she became an ambulance driver in France, joining thousands of American women who served near the front lines. In World War II, almost 400,000 women volunteered to serve, tackling everything from communications to repairing weapons. Pioneering aviator Jacqueline Cochran lobbied to recruit women pilots. Those daring young women would fly over 60 million miles in military service. At war's end, women were sent home. But when our country needed nurses in Korea and Vietnam, thousands volunteered for service in MASH medical units. In combat areas, they bravely faced the horrors of war, saving the wounded lives they could, grieving for those they couldn't. As the decades passed, women achieved so many military firsts. The first Navy women pilots, the first female cadets in our service academies, and in 2008, the first four-star general in U.S. military history, General Ann Dunwoody. In the 21st century, women have proved themselves in every branch of the service, and since 9/11, over 300,000 women have deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan. Serving a vital role, this band of sisters are pledged to their mission, no matter the cost. This and every Memorial Day, we honor those women who sacrificed their lives in service to our country. From Civil War nurses to those who died in Iraq and Afghanistan. We also hold in our hearts the wounded military women whose battles followed them home on the long and painful journey to recovery. Today, we are proud of our more than 2 million women veterans. Some have served behind the scenes, others in the line of fire, but they have all been fiercely committed to serving their country, to serving us.